All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining. Please, wherever you're joining from, do well to introduce yourself uh, by putting in your name and your location where you're joining from around the world. Apologies. This class is supposed to have come earlier than this, but as earlier this morning, we had some technical issue which needed to be rectified. So, and since we've been able to rectify that, so we still have to go ahead with the class. Anyways, all right. So today we're going to be talking about introduction to drones in agriculture, and I will be the one to be taking the class. The the vision lead, Mr. Femi Adekoya, is supposed to be the one to take this class, but he actually gave me the privilege yes, to go ahead to take the class. So, and before I go into today's details, I quickly want to share with you. So, this is week 4 of the program already. So, by the end of this week, on Friday, so it's going to remain 2 weeks for this program to actually come to closing. And we'll be having practicals because we had to compound the practicals towards the end of the classes so that it will be easy. So it's just going to stay within 1 week, then we'll round it up. All right, so let me quickly talk about this. So we've been joining online facilitation all this while, learning from different experts we have from our global faculties around the world. And it's also important that since this program unfolds in two phases, both the theoretical section and the practical section. So the practical section is really good for you to participate, to witness it, to be on site, and have this hands-on experience. And I believe it's really going to help you in terms of your career. So why should you join the practical training? I think we've been talking about this over time again, so I still want to do. So yes, the practical training is taking place. It will be starting on the 26th of November and it's end on 28th of November. So it's taking place at the Federal University of Agriculture, FUNAB, in Abeokuta, Ogun State, Nigeria. So also people who are within the Nigerian space as we speak are encouraged, yes, to register, to do the needful to actually be there. So because part of the things you stand to gain is you're going to get a copy of Drone Professional 3 book to yourself. So this book actually costs about 5,000 naira single-handedly. So, and this is part of the bonus, yes, we are going to have in the course of the training, joining the on-site practicals. So the Professional 3 book was co-authored by Mr. Femi Adekoya. The Flying Farmer. So okay. So also you are going to have the hands-on experience. This is more like a CBT training, like a computer-based training, where you're going to learn how to fly the drone, get yourself familiarized with the drone controls, talking about the yaw, the throttle, the roll, the pitch, and all of these controls. Now, get yourself familiarized with the screen itself, every necessary icon you need to take note of before you get into the real drone flights and all of that. So, and it's more like a preparatory ground for you before getting to the field to do the hands-on experience. Also, you are going to now perform in the real life all you've learned, all you've done through the simulation platform. So you are going to mount a real drone, then control a real drone yourself, learn how to fly it, take pictures, take data, and all of this, yes, information around it. Yes, so um, also one other key thing is this is more like a testament for you attending this program. So you're going to get a globally recognized certificate, which is endorsed by International Society for Precision Agriculture. So ISPA is also part of a partner, and they actually gave their endorsement to this program, Precision Agriculture Incubation Program. So you're going to get a certification endorsed by them. Also, you're going to learn about mapping. Yeah, we're still, this today's class is going to talk briefly around mapping and all of these operations too. But when we get into the details of the class, you are going to see more of that. So you learn about mapping solutions, like how to take aerial maps, different kinds of map you can take, maybe like 2D mapping, 3D maps, boundary maps, elevation maps, and different kinds of map. Yeah, because we have different kinds of area data solutions for different purposes. So we're going to learn how to take maps, also do all the annotations, set your parameters before the drone takes off to collect the data. After the drone takes the data, then the processing and all of these things also will be done. And also you're going to learn how to or witness basically how a sprayer drone works. I'm sure people in the agriculture, youths in the agriculture, majorly they are familiarized with back knapsack sprayers for pesticide application. So you're going to witness how this drone can do it on both manual operation and autonomous operation, whereby you just set the parameters and the drone will keep doing its own thing without you um, interrupting it or intervene. Okay, so also you're going to join a team to actually build a fixed wing drone, and this fixed wing drone can be used for surveillance, aerial surveillance, aerial reconnaissance, or just do farm inspection. Yeah, these are amazing things you are going to get yourself entangled with participating in the on-site practicals. And lastly, integrated error precision. So integrated error precision is a drone technology company based in Nigeria, revolutionizing the agriculture sector, leveraging drone technology to change the paradigm of agriculture. So um, integrated area precision involves in services like precision drone spraying, area spraying, farm mapping, surveying, broadcasting, and all of these operations. So to help farmers farm productively and more efficiently. So, and you're going to be getting an internship opportunity to work with integrated error precision if you put your best foot forward. So, integrated error precision will also start for like the best set of students. Yes, who actually do the best, and this will be part of the benefits. Yes, for attending the physical training. So if you are yet to still secure you still have the grades anyway. So you can do the needful and still reach out to me on the WhatsApp group. Yes, you can also drop an email at precisionfieldacademy@gmail.com. In case you have anything you want to discuss, or you have any challenges or anything I do not really understand about the program, so do want to reach out. I am open up to answering you. So this is a picture excerpt from the previous cohorts. We have different people from around Nigeria, in the northern part, in the eastern part, in the southwest. Yeah, all coming together. Yeah, we have different sections with different trainings, basically for the first cohort, and this second cohort also promises to be great. So you have to put your best foot forward by planning to attend. All right, so this is Precision Field Academy. We have this vision to create a world where every young person, regardless of their background, has the opportunity to become a digitally savvy farmer or agricultural professional, driving sustainable and equitable growth in their community through the transformative power of technology. And our mission is to raise the next generation of farmers who are tech inclined and digitally savvy. So Precision Field Academy is a social enterprise where we train and build the capacity of young professionals in modern and emerging technology for the future of work, and most importantly, to lead with precision agriculture. So we have got three methodologies. Number one is education and knowledge sharing. Number two is training and skill development. Number three is coaching and mentorship. And we have certain tech skill in focus. Number one is drone technology. We are harnessing the power of drone technology to inform young farmers to practice data-driven farming that can help them to actually streamline the farming practices through aerial drone data. And we also have geographic information system and remote sensing. However, this involved the use of satellite imagery, and still drones, collection of data for remote sensing, where you don't need to get to certain area before you can collect data. You can actually use satellite imagery or send drones there to collect this data, capture it, and make informed decision to streamline your farming practices. And also we have data science in agriculture. Yes, we are so much big about data. We'll talk about big data, big data, big data. We're in the data revolution where we do so much more with data. So we become more productive in everything we do with data. Maybe in an organization, they've been doing certain things. They can actually send out a survey, to get the feedback responses of people. These are actually data that they are going to work on to actually help them guide what they're doing. So likewise in agriculture, we have different kinds of data you can want to collect, maybe crop phenotyping, crop health monitoring, data, crop growth rate, nutrient, plant size classification. So there are areas of data you can actually collect in agriculture, maybe as a plant scientist, plant researcher, crop psychologist, agronomist, or even a farm manager. So this can really help you to change your farming practices. Also, we have robotics and Internet of Things. Yeah, we have digital technologies that can actually work instead of human on the farm in response to they actually triggers themselves in response to maybe pre-instruction that is about programming. It has been pre-programmed to actually do certain functions, perform certain functions at a particular time in a particular space. So these are we had a class recently on Internet of Things where lecturer Mr. Matthew was talking about irrigation systems, where this system triggers the water in the reservoir to actually irrigate the farm. Yeah, do so many amazing things here with digital technology. So we have artificial intelligence and machine learning. We have a course at Precision Field Academy, which is a phyto mapping masterclass. Under this class, we leverage artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms to be able to help agronomists, plant psychologists to train them through data sets that can help them. So when they collect data on the farmland, maybe you take a lot of aerial photos, you want to do plant stand count for like a palm tree plantation or a maize plantation. You actually want to know the number of crops on the field. So you can use this artificial intelligence and machine learning to train this data to be able to have the accurate number of crop or plants or crops you have per time on the field when this data was collected. Lastly is enterprise development. Our goal is for you to create solutions that can transform the world. Maybe you have in mind to actually start your own ag tech company, developing solutions in different aspects, maybe in softwares or hardware solutions that can actually help agriculture to be more productive, more sustainable, and more efficient. So, and our goal is to introduce you to the various important things you actually need on both the technical skill, soft skill, and every other thing you need as regarding digital and precision agriculture. So why do we do what we do? What's our motivation? Our motivation, there is a skill gap that needs to be closed. So youth or young professionals need to build skills on both technical and enterprise skills for the future of work in agriculture. So also observing a trend is not enough. So youth need to become an enabler of this agricultural revolution. So youth need to become an enabler in that and directly involved, yes, in the fourth industrial revolution, and not just mere observer. So number three is that technology is the key to unlock the potential of African agriculture. So why should you join Precision Food Academy? We are creating the future we want with agriculture using digital technologies. We connect you to the world of opportunity and information in terms of opportunity, scholarship, internship for your career growth. Also, we share skill development, project collaboration, community interaction, university-wide workshops and symposium. And also, we give you access to coaching and mentorship from industry leaders and professionals around the world. So we are building a community of young tech inclined and digitally savvy farmers and professionals around the world. All right. So let's go back to today's work. Uh, so today's lecture is going to be based on Introduction to Drones in Agriculture, and I'm going to be taking us through introductory perspective of drones in agriculture. What does drones in agriculture entails? So because we have drones in several sectors, like one of our instructor, Mr. David, taught in his previous class, sharing different application of drones in several sectors in mining, firefighting, public security, agriculture, telecommunication. Yeah, so drones are useful in several career space, and also agriculture cannot be overemphasized. So we're going to be looking in details drones in agriculture. What is the term drones in agriculture? What does it entails? My name is Joseph Adeyemi. I am an experienced aerospace professional, and I have a core interest in drone ecosystem and agribusiness value chain. So I have certification also in on drone technology. So I'm a drone pilot. Beyond drone pilot, I also work at Integrated Aero Precision as the operations associate, and at Precision Food Academy, I happens to be the program manager for Precision Agriculture Incubation Program. Anyway, so it's really good to have you all here once again, and thanks for the privilege, to share with you. All right, so welcome once again. This is Drones in Agriculture, an introductory masterclass presented by Joseph Adeyemi. So let's get started. Without wasting much of the time, so let's get right into it. So these are the slides highlights for what we are going to talk about. Basically, we're going to be looking at definition of drone technology and the types of drone used in agriculture. What are categories or the major categories of drones in agriculture? Drone sensors applicable in agriculture, the payload options we have, and their applications. Basically, what these payloads can actually help you to achieve. And that's also looking into sensor deliverables, then automate actuation drones application, then the benefits of drones in agriculture itself, then challenges and consideration, then question and answer. Okay, let's get it. All right, so definition of drones. So drones are also known as unmanned aerial vehicle. The word unmanned is actually generated from the fact that drones are aircraft, and it doesn't support the accommodation of human pilot on board. So no human can sit on board of a drone. Unlike your conventional airplanes and helicopters, where you have the pilot in the cockpit, you have the flight crew in the aircraft, and also passengers. So in the case of drone, it's actually unmanned, so no humans can sit on board. It doesn't support the accommodation of human pilot on board. So it's known as unmanned aerial vehicle, and these are aircraft that operate autonomously, that it can work automatically without you doing anything. Again, it can work automatically, autonomously, or use a remote control while the pilot controls it real time. So this versatile machine comes in various sizes and types, in different shapes, for different applications, which is needed to perform specific tasks or certain functions. All right, so drones, unmanned aerial vehicle, has become an indispensable tool in modern agriculture, and this they are offering efficient and precise data collection for various tasks. So, based on design and flight characteristics, drones can be broadly categorized into four main types, four main categories. We have the fixed wing, we have the multi-rotor, we have the rotary wing or rotorcraft, and we have the hybrid. So we're going to look at them. So the first three classes we have here is number one is the VTOL. This is vertical takeoff and landing. So this combines the capability of both the multi-rotor class and the fixed wing class together in itself. And also, secondly, we have the multi-rotor. Multi-rotor actually use two or more propulsion. So drones that uses two or more propulsion systems, multi-rotor uses vertical takeoff and landing, and it uses two or more propulsion system. So we're having something ranges from maybe a bicopter that is two motor or dual copter. We also have tricopter, which is three rotors, quadcopter, four rotors, hexacopter, six rotors, and the like. So that's multiple rotors. So it uses multiple propulsion system for power. And we have the fixed wing. Yeah, so the fixed wing primarily could use a single engine or a single power system, a single motor to propel itself in complement with the wing, the fixed wing it has. So this gives it capability to perform certain functions. So each of these classes have their pros and cons, or what we could call the merit and demerit, or advantage and disadvantages or limitations primarily. So for the VTOL class, which is vertical takeoff and landing, it gives you capability to take off and land anywhere. That is, you can take off in even in a shoky environment, in a less spacious environment. You can take off in a particular point, take off and land there. So, and it also gives you a long flight time capability because it has a fixed wing. So this wing capacity, integration of fixed wing give it a longer flight time, and it's also easy to use anyways. So what is now let's move to multi-rotor. So under multi-rotor, it gives you the capability to take off and land anywhere as well because it uses VTOL, that is vertical takeoff and landing flight principle. So longer flight time, yeah, it doesn't support longer flight time because it uses multiple rotor, and each of these propulsion system drains the battery very fast because it's consumed so much energy, yes, to get up there. So, and they drain very fast, so it's have a shorter flight time. It's also easy to use. So far, you can quickly get yourself accustomed to the flight controls for the to get the drone running. So for fixed wing has one limitation. It's either require you use a UAV launcher, or it requires you to use a runway to gain momentum, to do a ground roll on the ground, to gain a momentum to get airborne, or you use an hand launch whereby you need to also run and throw the drone. So basically, these are just the limitations. And lastly, we have the rotorcraft type. So the rotorcraft type is what we know as the helicopter. So they are radio helicopter or single rotor helicopters, we have it. So part of the advantage is that it also uses a VTOL principle, that is vertical takeoff and landing, and it permits you to take off vertically and land anywhere, just like we have for VTOL and the multi-rotor drone. It doesn't support longer flight time too because it carries heavy payload, and due to the fact that it's a rotary wing, it has some shortcomings and limitations for longer flight time. It's mechanically complex in terms of operation, so it's not easy to use. Yes, so it requires to be more skillful. It it's more mechanically complex. Yeah, basically that's just it. But it can carry heavier payload, yeah, compared to other classes of drones. Yeah. So the fixed wing type, we talked about it. So fixed wing resemble your traditional airplane, and it uses the wing capability for lift to generate lift primarily for the flight principle. So it's typically faster and have a longer flight range than rotary wing, making them stable for longer scale operations and covering vast areas. So if you want to do hectares of farmland, that could be like maybe 10,000 hectares of farmland. You want to do crop inspection, farm mapping, surveillance. It will be good for you to actually use a fixed wing drone to carry out this operation. Yes, because it's give you the leverage to cover vast land. So fixed wing drones are often equipped with high resolution cameras and sensors for tasks like crop monitoring, land mapping, and soil analysis. Yes, we have the rotary wing class. So yes, let's have that. So rotary wing, yeah, it's kind of relatable to each other because they also use rotary wing, both the multi-rotor and the rotorcraft class. So it's still rotary wing. So the rotary wing could be multi-rotor. So rotary wing drones are also known as quadcopters or multi-rotor, and they have multiple propulsion that generate lift. So these drones are more maneuverable and can hover in a single spot or in a place, allowing for precise data collection for confined space and over even terrain. So, okay, let me quickly explain this. A multirotor can stay in a particular position in a single spot while you take your data, you capture your data while the drone is hovering in a single spot. Also, a rotorcraft, which is helicopter, can also still perform that same function. And also a VTOL capability, a VTOL drone that has a VTOL capability can also perform that same function. Only fixed wing cannot perform this because a fixed wing has to be in constant, straight and steady flight at all times to gain momentum and to keep itself balanced in the air. So it doesn't give you the capability to stay in a single position and maintain. So you have to be in flight for fixed wing at all times. But here you can take a data in a single spot while hovering. So rotary wing can commonly be used for tasks like spraying, inspection of crops, for pesticide and disease, and also monitoring of livestock. So we have the hybrid class. So hybrid class, like I said, combines both the fixed wing features and also the VTOL features. So, the multi-rotor and the fixed wing, yeah, combining into itself is what forms the hybrid. So hybrid drones combine the characteristics of fixed wing and rotary wing, offering a balance of speed, range, and maneuverability. So these drones can transit between a fixed wing and a multi-rotor. So it can perform the function of a fixed wing and also perform the function of a multi-rotor drone. And it allows them to cover large expanse of land efficiently while maintaining precision in certain tasks. So hybrid drones are particularly useful for applications that require both long-range distance flights and detailed inspection. So it's going to combine the features of both multi-rotor and fixed wing to actually help you collect efficient data accurately. So we have the rotorcraft class. So the rotorcrafts, yeah, so this is just helicopters as we have it. So rotorcraft are known as rotary wing, and they are one vehicle that utilize multiple rotating system, and they generate lift and control the flight. So they take off vertically like a multi-rotor or a VTOL drone. So, all right. So basically, we have two major categories of drones in agriculture, and they are grouped into two sectors. We have the sensor drones and the actuation drones. So the sensor drones are drones that are equipped, or they carry what we call as payload, an imaging payload, for them to take pictures, capture data with your cameras. So they are called imaging sensors or cameras. So they are sensor drones, and they are most applicable in maybe farm data collection, crop data collection, farm inspection, because they have this camera to take visual data. The second class is actuation drones. So what are actuation drones? Actuation drones are drones that have certain mechanisms for them to actually perform certain functions. So these are, they have mechanisms like integrated mechanisms like the pump systems or spreading systems, using centrifugal pump systems. Yes. So for like a sprayer drone is an actuation drone because it uses a pump to actually perform the functions of spraying of chemicals, pesticides, and we also have the spreader. So the spreader is also an actuation drone because it has a spreading mechanism that helps you to be able to broadcast seeds or broadcast fish feeds on fish ponds and uh, so the choice of drone type depends on the specific need for agricultural operation. So what you want to do basically determines the kind of drone you go for. Do you want to collect data on the farm? You need an imaging drones. Do you want to maybe perform a spraying operation? You definitely need an actuation drones or sprayer. So, for example, fiction drones may be preferred for large-scale mapping or large-scale monitoring, while rotary wing could be ideal for precise tasks like spraying, inspection of individual plants. Like you want to do individual plants, yes, like inspect individual plants in the operation. Call it skip it scout. So skip it scout, you can either do a crop walking within the farm at certain point of interest. You can send a drone down there. Once the drone gets there, you capture this image, go to the next point, capture that image, go to the next point, capture that image. So the multi-rotor drones, yeah, will still perform very well in this function. So an hybrid drone offers versatile solution for tasks that require a combination of speed and maneuverability. All right, so what are the drone sensors applicable in agriculture? So drone sensors are referred to as payload, making it possible for drones to be able to collect and capture data on the field or farmland. So without imaging sensors for data capturing in a particular drone, it's just a flying toy. So this payload are actually what makes them relevant, what makes them useful, uh, yes, to farmers, because these are what actually want to collect the data human naked eye fail to collect or can actually detect. Yes, so without these sensors or cameras or payload in them, they are just a flying toy. So drones equipped with specialized payloads are transforming various industries like mining, healthcare, uh, also including agriculture. So these payloads provide valuable data for informed decision making and efficient operation. So now let's look at the payload options we have. So there are various drones or the various drone payloads that are applicable in agriculture. Number one is RGB. RGB is actually from the term red, green, and blue. So red, green, and blue, it's a color. So I'm sure we've all heard about. Your normal phone camera can actually capture. Your normal phone camera is an RGB, and it can capture every necessary thing your eyes can see. So every color your eyes can see or your eyes can note, you can definitely see maybe green color, red color, yellow color, black color, purple color. All of this color your eyes can actually see. So your RGB drone, yes, will definitely capture data that your eyes can see. So an RGB drone is a type of camera that uses red, green, and blue light sensor to capture images that are similar to what humans see with their eyes. So these cameras are commonly used on drones for various applications, like in mapping operation, in aerial photography, real estate photography. Just want to take visual inspection and all of this. So RGB drones can actually do that for you. And if you see in this slide, you're going to see what what an RGB payload or camera looks like. So the picture below here, you're going to see a tractor working on the field. So an RGB drone was actually used to capture this picture while the drone sprayer was working on the farm. So another payload option we have here is called multispectral. So multispectral do much more. It goes beyond the capability of RGB. There are certain things RGB has limitation to do that multispectral drones or multispectral camera can give you that option. So multispectral camera, these are camera that capture images in multiple wavelengths beyond the visual spectrum of RGB or what your eyes can see. So allow farmers to assess plant health. You want to know the health state of your crop on the field. Multispectral sensor can help you get this. An RGB payload can only help you see like a visual inspection of what is happening on the field. Like a visual inspection of what is happening on the field. Maybe you have pest invasion on the farm, leaf miners, leaf borers, or what we have it, the fall armyworm or caterpillars have actually bubble on the leaf of the crops and all of this. So RGB will make this visible to you because it's actually going to show you that this is part of what your eyes can still see. But there are certain things RGB can never see. Your eyes can never see it too. So multispectral drone gives you the capability to be able to see that or achieve that. Yes, so multispectral camera captures images in multiple wavelengths beyond the visual spectrum, allowing farmers to assess plant health, plant stress, and also crop nutrient deficiencies. If there's a particular nutrient that the crop of the plant is lacking, maybe it's potassium, it's calcium, or nitrogen, phosphorus, or any kind of nutrient deficiency you have. So with multispectral sensor, we can actually detect this, and that's when we say now your crop can speak. So through the aid of multispectral payload, your crop can actually communicate to you their specific needs, yes, and you can actually respond to them through this information. We are going to see here RGB. So this data, a picture was collected here, a picture is here. So it was collected through a multispectral drone. So a multispectral drone in most cases combine the capability of RGB drone. A multispectral drone combine the capability of two things. It has an RGB camera and still also has a multispectral camera. So what if you are taking pictures, you can engage these two cameras at a time. So it's going to collect the RGB and still collect the multispectral. So the multispectral is what gives you the capability to have a data called NDVI, and that is normalized different vegetation indices. So this can actually help you to know about the crop health, the plant health, plant stress, nutrient deficiency, and what have you for efficient crop planning. Another one we have is a thermal sensor or a thermal camera. So this thermal camera measures infrared radiation emission by objects, so revealing temperature variation or its signatures. So for like instance, most of the drones to actually operate them like RGB multispectral sensor you need to operate them in broad daylight. Like you actually need light intensity, yes, to be able to capture quality data. In the case of thermal, you does not necessarily need to do that. You can operate it during the day. You can operate it even in the night. So because this actually collect data in response to heat signatures or temperature variation being emitted by an object. So through this, you can either know whether it's a plant, it's an animal, it's a building, it's an infrastructure, or maybe it's a vehicle. And yeah, so thermal camera has the capability. But in agriculture, basically, they can help detect heat stress in plants, identify irrigation issues because they have the capability to detect the moisture content in the soil. Uh, yes, to be able to know the degree of how the soil moisture is. Like, is it wet? The soil is dry. Yeah, less amount of water and all of that. So a thermal imaging camera can really help you to get this data. So this information used for solar panel inspection, maybe for like a solar farm where you have array of solars where they generate electricity. Yes, they can either help you to detect the viabilities of these solar panels while doing solar inspection. Yes, they can either help you to detect the viabilities of the solar panels while doing inspection, and they're also applicable in utility inspections like windmill, telecommunication tower, and all of this. So thermal imaging are still very, very useful, even beyond the context of agriculture. And in agriculture, crop health analysis, soil health analysis, yes, the thermal imaging drones can really help you to do that. Likewise, one profound thing is that in search and rescue, maybe in the forest, uh, a group of researcher has gone missing and all of that. So the very best kind of drone to actually help detect uh, or carry out this research operation or search and rescue operation, it's a thermal camera. Because even in the night, in the deep the night, while it's going, maybe doing operations, because although these are special use cases anyways, but during the dead of the night, it's an human or a plant, it can either detect it and help you know that this is a human hiding in this place, this is a plant hiding in this place, this maybe an animal hiding in this place. So it's going to reveal the accurate information to you. So likewise in firefighting, yes, so firefighting, they can either detect the magnitude of fire to be able to quantify all of this information in terms of insurance. uh, Also, maybe there is an issue of thunder strike occurrences and all of this. Yeah, so thermal imaging drones can really help you to achieve more by collecting accurate and efficient data that will really help you to practice agriculture in a more sustainable way. So we have another payload which is called hyperspectral. So hyper is just beyond the multispectral. So it's relatable to multispectral, but it's an extra of multispectral, I would say. So it goes beyond multispectral. So an hyperspectral camera captures images in wide range of wavelength, far beyond what humans can see and can perceive. So this technology allows for detailed analysis of objects and surfaces, making it invaluable for various applications. So, unlike some of the key applications the hyperspectral drones could give is high spectral resolution. They could capture hundreds of narrow spectral bands, providing detailed information about composition and condition of a particular object. We want to know about the crop canopy, the crop texture, and all of this information. Yes, so hyperspectral can really give a more intricate details, about a certain object or plant. So also in remote sensing, they enable monitoring of large areas such as forests, crops, water bodies, in terms of bathymetry survey. So they also help stress and also perform resources management. And also in precision agriculture, they help farmers to optimize crop management by identifying nutrient deficiencies, plant pest infestations rather, and water stress. So we have LiDAR. So LiDAR is derived from light detection and ranging. So LiDAR drone camera, it's a powerful tool for 3D, if you want to do 3D mapping and object detection. So LiDAR is a light detection and ranging sensor. This drone camera uses laser. This is a laser technology to scan the environment of a LiDAR sensor captured data. So this data here was captured by a LiDAR sensor, and you can see it out like a 3D imaging of what the data collected or captured looks like. So it helps you to be able to capture data in 3D model. So this technology uses a variety of application, and it's applicable in different applications in mining, in inspection, even in agriculture. So for like mining operations, they can be used to do various certain tasks like digital surface model, digital terrain model, digital elevation model. That's more like applicable in geospatial technology, whereby surveyors can use them to actually do digital elevation model, digital surface model, and all of those functions. So they create highly accurate maps for terrains, building, infrastructure. So this information can be used for varieties of purposes such as urban planning, construction, even in environmental monitoring. So likewise in agriculture, LiDAR sensor can be used to monitor crop health and crop growth, giving you a detailed information, a detailed and accurate data in a 3D format, in a 3D model. Yes, in a more comprehensive. So it gives you a more comprehensive data, anyways, in the 3D model. So let's quickly talk about drone application in farming. So drone application in farming, we have crop monitoring and health assessment. Okay, we've talked about that a lot. When we refer to hyperspectral, multispectral sensors, we've talked about crop monitoring and health assessment. You can assess the health of a crop. You can also monitor the health status of a crop. So likewise, we have soil analysis and nutrient management. So soil analysis and nutrient management, the most efficient drone sensor that we can use to carry that function, perform this task, is a thermal imaging camera. Yes, so thermal imaging camera is still very much applicable in agriculture to help you do soil analysis, detecting the water content in the soil, and also detecting the nutrient deficiency in the plant for you to take preventive measures. So this will really help you to be able to precisely attend to your crop due to their specific need instead of just doing guesswork. I think you actually need to buy maybe potassium, maybe like a fertilizer, a crop nutrient, the plants are actually lacking potassium. So instead of you to go and buy NPK for a price of a nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, compounding everything together, you are choking the plants. It's actually beyond what they need, and you are not farming efficiently and productively. So it's what you actually get. They say what gets measured can get managed. So when you measure this, do this analysis, get this accurate information, you can take preventive approach uh, directly to mitigate losses and also conserve costs in agricultural production. One other thing is pest and disease control. Okay, before that, we have irrigation optimization. Yeah. So irrigation optimization, yeah, I think I've talked about that. I'm talking about soil, water content, irrigation analysis, and all of that. So let's look into the pest and disease control. So a multispectral drone can really help you to detect a whole lot of things as regarding the effect of pests through the plant response, uh, the plant stress, the pest, even disease infestation, whether you have disease outbreak on the farm. The multispectral drone can really help you to detect this easily. And this will really aid you to take effective approach that can help you counter this issue you have in crop production. So also drone application in farming, we could see spraying of pest control or crop protection solution. Yes, we are going to talk about that. So spraying, that is when you collect the data, you understand um, what you have here. So helping you understand the pain will also help you to coordinate your kind of approach or the way you respond to it. So now you need to spray crop protection solution. You've known that, okay, this is actually a disease spread. Do I need to spray fungicide? Do I need to spray insecticide? Is this if insect infestation, maybe fall armyworm, locust invasion, white flies, yeah, different kinds of pests like that. So if and also weeds are also pests. So weeds are also pests because they are actually there to compete with the plant or the crop, to actually compete the nutrient with the plant or crop. So weeds are also pests. So you can either decide to also spray herbicide. Yes. So benefits of drone technology in agriculture, it all helps with enhanced data collection and analysis. So instead of you to be doing guesswork, taking your data with your human naked eyes, so drones can help you have intricate details, uh, give you more precise information that you need to take action per time. So also improved precision farming practices, because where you are supposed to, it's help you, yes, to reduce your agro input. Yes, let's put it that way. To reduce your agro input, because where you are supposed to be maybe using 50 liters of water, maybe doing manual spraying. If you want to spray, uh, it is said that spraying operations that will require you using knapsack sprayer, that you will end up using about 200 liters, you only need to use 20 liters using a drone. And it's really, it's really a huge amount of water saving. Yes. And also it helps you to conserve the use of pesticides, also conserve the use of fertilizers, and all of this in reducing environmental impact. So efficient resources management, you mitigate the use of resources. So you only give the right amount of dosage to the plant or the crop per time. So early detection of pests and diseases. Bringing drone into your agriculture practices, it's give you a very fast discovery, yes, of pests and diseases. So once they invade the farm, or even before they invade the farm, if you are doing it in a documented format, like in every 2 weeks, you monitor your crop production with drones. So maybe last week you collected data and you process it. So next week you will be collecting data. So when you collect data next week, so be able to see the difference that is happening. Is the plant really growing? Are they having any effect? Has disease setting? Do I have pest invasion? And all of this reality. So you be able to detect it per time, because we're actually using drones to collect data and to also document your crop production journey. So this will really help you to, be able to farm in a more precise, efficient, and sustainable way. So risk assessment and disaster response. In case you have, yes, we don't pray for disaster, but in certain cases, we could have, due to climate factor and all of those things, where you have, could have maybe reservoir outbreak of reservoir, or we could say dams outbreak, reservoir outbreaks, river outbreaks. Yes, it could go ahead and wipe up wipe off plants or crop. When they get into farmland and they get the farmland waterlogged, whereby you could be able to quantify the disaster, what happened, or maybe in case of thunder strike in a particular site and it affected a certain portion of the farmland, be able to map that particular point, quantify and assess the degree or the impact of this damage. Yes. So this is very, very useful in terms of insurance. Yes, if you have a farmland and your farm is insured, so this can really help insurance agency to be able to get accurate data and to be able to really help you attend to information like this. So that's it. All right, so let's quickly talk about the actuation drones. So basically, like I said, actuation drones are categorized into two platforms. We have the spraying operation and we have the spreading operations. So the spraying operations is where you use them to spray crop protection solutions like pesticide, such as herbicide, insecticide, fungicide, rodenticide, or even herbicide for rice farmers. So you could spray agrochemicals to help control the effect of pest or your agricultural production. Likewise, on the other hand, we have the spreading of drones. So the spreading drones, it has a mechanism that can really help you to spread granular materials, such as maybe rice seeds. For rice farmers, they can either broadcast rice seeds on a large expanse of land. Also, maybe you want to spray, you can spread biological insect. This is a biological control of pests. So these are predators like a particular insect that feeds on a particular insect. So if a particular insect is on your farm, they are feeding on your crop. So all you just need to do if you want to use the biological method is to get the insect that feeds on them. Maybe like beetle, they feed on, for instance, beetle, maybe they feed on fall armyworm, or maybe they feed on whiteflies and all of that. So your responsibility is to get this beetle, their biological control. So you could spread them through the help of a spreader drone to broadcast them all throughout your farm. You understand? So you could broadcast them throughout your farm. That's through the aid of broadcasting drone. So also maybe for fish farmers, you have a large ponds, maybe like 80,000, 10,000, 100,000 ponds. So having workers to be doing it manually, be feeding each of the ponds individually can be a very strenuous work. So you could have drones like this that have the data of your ponds. They understand the pond size, so they would have been trained through pre-instructions through programming, and you can either broadcast, maybe you want to broadcast 5 kg, 10 kg, 20 kg in each pond. So these drones could help you to broadcast it while hovering over the head of the pond, spreading fish pellets, yes, for the fish you have on the ponds. So application of drones in agriculture, yes. So they are also applicable in orchard spray treatment. Maybe you have trees like apple trees, orange trees, guava trees, even in banana plantation. So these are orchard. We call them farm orchard. So they could help you to spray agrochemicals, to control pests. They could also help you to broadcast. So orchard spray treatment, basically, you can spray agrochemicals, yes, to control pests. So under the general application of drones, so drones are still useful so much in area farm survey. You can either do a visual inspection of your farm, survey what is happening there, to be able to take preventive measures, and also quickly know about security threats. So crop data collection, yes, drones are useful in so many ways. They help to collect data to make informed decisions. So crop monitoring and scouting, you can monitor your crop and scout crop through the application of the spray application, spray agrochemicals like pesticide, insecticide. There's seed broadcasting for the application drones. I've mentioned that. So those are application of drones. So what are the key takeaways in this class for you? Number one, personally, what I discovered over the time while I've been in the drone industry is that humans can never beat the reach, the speed, and the efficacy of drone during task handling. And this is more of a crucial reason why you should deploy drones in your farming operations. So humans can never compare, level up with the speed, level up with the reach of drone. So where a drone is going to reach in maybe 5 minutes, if you run as human, you can never get there. And the speed at which these drones you can never still meet up with it. So the efficiency at which they are going to also work, you can never meet up with it. So humans can never level up with it. So, and that is one key takeaway for you. Humans can never beat the reach, speed, and efficiency of drones during task handling. And this is more of a crucial reason why you should deploy drone in your stead, in your farming operations. So another efficacy we could have here. Okay. So another key takeaway is beyond being an aerial tools, beyond being an aerial flying toy. So drones are helping farmers to fast track productivity, practice precision farming effortlessly in a more sustainable and efficient way. So with drone, you can fast track your farm productivity. You can practice precision agriculture effortlessly in a more sustainable and efficient way. So another key takeaway is drones are here and farming never remains the same. So the emergence of drone or integration of drones into farming or agriculture practices has really changed the game for farmers, because this is a real game-changing technology, helping you to achieve three major things: saving your cost, saving your time, increasing work productivity, reducing agricultural input. So drones are here and farming never remains the same. Also, drones will change in totality the perception about farming and also complement for labor shortage or scarcity. Yes, so this is one of the key advantage or key takeaway for you in this class, that drones will change the totality of perception people have about farming and also complement for labor shortage or scarcity. So in case whereby people are looking for better life, everybody is just having on their mindset, once they go to gather money, japa, look for better life in another zone. So your farmers could face the challenges of labor shortage, labor scarcity, but with the integration of drones, the presence of drones, this issue can really be rectified and addressed. So the revolution of drones has come to stay. It's our core responsibility to embrace its potential to enhance agricultural practices. So it's our core responsibility to embrace the potential of drones to enhance agricultural practices. So what have or yes, what can we achieve with drones, or the emergence of drone in agriculture? What are they really helping farmers or agricultural practitioners to achieve? Number one, we have soil condition monitoring, and number two is weather monitoring. Drones could be used to monitor weather, gather weather information about the farmland. Also, in greenhouse automation systems, drones could be used to inspect dilapidated greenhouses overhead, to be able to quantify the damage of these greenhouses, to be able to, repair them, take preventative measures, yes, and all of that, because a greenhouse is a controlled environment. And if a greenhouse is dilapidated, so it gives pest access to actually intrude into the farmland, start, they lay eggs on the plants, and everything is going to be messed up. Yes, so that's just it. Crop monitoring can also be done and achieved efficiently through the help of drones. So digital pest management. So digital pest management is you scout for this pest on the field, you detect the pest hotspot areas, you also deploy drone there to spray agrochemicals and control this pest infestation. So that's digital pest management. Also in livestock monitoring system, like you have a cattle farm for livestock farmers, or yeah, livestock farmers, livestock wildlife conservation. So drones could also be used, like a thermal drone particularly, to be able to detect the temperature percentage of the cattle. You'll be able to know that, okay, for them to have reached this certain temperature, that means this cattle is not feeling well, or the cattle is actually behaving in a certain manner, is not grazing with other set of cattle on the field and all of that, maybe staying all alone, cuddling, you'll be able to detect and have efficient information that can help you to take proactive measures. So in livestock farming, drones are giving toughness solution. Lastly is end-to-end farming management system. The end-to-end farming management system is that before you plant, uh, maybe when your farm has been plowed, you bring in drone to scout for the place, collect the data of the farm. When you plant, while in the process where the crops are germinating, you bring in drone to do the germination rate, to monitor the germination rate, to be able to see the mortality. Maybe you just got a seed, you have a large farm, you got a seed producer are telling you, our seed is very valuable, you can plant it and all of this. So you could bring in drone to quantify the germination rates, to measure it and to take all of this data. After the germination rate, maybe in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, while the plants are, you can also still bring it to do pest infestation detection, like to detect pest rate, to monitor their growth rate, monitor the crop health, plant stress, and all of this information. And if you detect pests, you can also still bring in sprayer drone to spray this crop, this pest, to address this pest issue. So this is what is known as the end-to-end management system. Give me 2 seconds. I'm coming. Uh, I've opened the door. I've opened the door. All right. Sorry for the breaking. Uh, Also, we have the core advantages of drones in agriculture. It gives you access to precision application. It gives you access to precision application. So, aside from that, we have access to how to reach places. So, access to how to reach places, there are certain places you might not be able to penetrate on the farmland. This is a limitation where you can access this place. So drones could give you the opportunity or capabilities to access this place easily without limitation. So also drones are fast and efficient. So compared to human effort or human energy, so drones are very fast and efficient. They can work at a faster pace and more efficiently compared to what humans will do. So, and one of the surprising solution that I've witnessed is that for you to use a maybe a knapsack sprayer, it could uh, a 1 hectares of farmland, it could maybe you'll be spending up to above an hour, yes, to use knapsack sprayer to spray it effectively, using knapsack sprayer to spray 1 hectares of farmland. But if you're going to be using a drone, in just 10 minutes, you've achieved this work. So you can see the speed and how efficient it is compared to human labor. So drones could also give you access to large land coverage, so you could cover more expanse of land in less minutes. Another advantage is that it will give you access to autonomous operation. So you might not necessarily need to be doing it manually. You could program it while you just monitor what the drone is doing, and the drone will be doing its own operation autonomously. So also sprayer drones, they reduce the risk of chemical exposition. So they reduce the risk of chemical exposition. If you are using knapsack sprayer and you are using a backhouse sprayer, you tend to get in contact so much with chemicals, even while you're using nose cover and all of these things. And this has a ripple effect on your health. So drones gives you this advantage whereby you can stay in a particular side of the field. You does not necessarily need to even walk within the ridges of the farm, and your spraying operation will still be done. So let's quickly look at challenges and considerations. So challenges people may have that this technology is still new and people need to be informed about this technology. So, and this is part of what we are doing at Precision Field Academy to educate people, bring this awareness about this technology to them, to be able to know that this actually exists, and they'll be able to see the potential and the benefit it can actually give to them. So the place of knowledge is very, very important. So to be able to navigate the technical limitations you might have, so it's really important to get knowledge about how to operate this one. One other factor which be challenges is the regulatory framework and compliance. Uh, this is actually a regulated technology. It's under aviation. It's also an aircraft, though it's unmanned. So you can't just wake up one day, maybe take a drone hop into the sky and start flying anyhow. People might have issues like privacy concerns. They could see you as security threats. So this is regulated. For you to carry out certain operations or functions, you need to get permits, or you get licensed, you need to get certified, you need to get waivers for you to perform certain operations, because if you misuse drones, it can actually get you jailed. It can actually get you fined. People have been jailed, people have been fined through the misuse of drones. And as an advocate of drones for good, I will always encourage that um, you follow the right approach of doing things, because when people misbehave, it could result into stringent policies, and this could be part of things that would rise up as challenges, yes, for drone operations. So it's really, really important to get trained, to get certified, to also follow regulations at every point in time. Generally, for drone operations, drones are meant to be operated basically be like within visual line of sight. That is, you are seeing your drone is seeing you, no sight, no flight. So also you are not allowed to fly above 400. So 400 feet or 120 meters is the maximum ceiling you can get to. And mostly in the context of agriculture, I don't think you really need to get to 400 feet, because the plant you actually want to inspect or to check information about, uh, you might necessarily need to just fly maybe above 10 meters above the plant and all of that. So the reason being is at 500 feet, you could have man deviation, that is maybe flying helicopters, flying doctors, or even aviation activities are actually going in a particular place, or aircraft are actually coming to land maybe within an airport environment, even at that level. So drone technology would also still be a threat to them, and that's why drones is classified as second-class citizen in aviation. So, and it's your responsibility to and adhere to compliance, safety regulations in order to avoid being jailed. So lastly, okay, we have the privacy and security concern. I've mentioned this earlier. So you can't just fly drones on people. You have to get approval at every operation you want to do, and you need to get yourself familiarized with the environment, take the appropriate permission before you get into the sky. So lastly is cost effectiveness and availability, accessibility. Yes. So we're talking about there are different drones for different functions, and they have uh, there are different price rating, which could be the factors of the payload, their flight characteristics, the capacity, what they can achieve in particular. So these are the factors, yes, that result into the price of this drone. So for a beginner person, you could get less expensive drones, but there are drones that are very, very more expensive due to the sensors. And even in certain cases, drone sensors at times are much more expensive compared to drone itself. The sensors could be very, very expensive. They could carry so much weight. Okay, lastly, because drone is regulated, it's really, really important you get trained, you get certified. Um, this is in compliance to aviation regulation, and the Civil Aviation Authority in your country will encourage you to get certification, get certified. So there are various schools around the world that are trained uh, on drone operations. And likewise in Nigeria, we have Precision Field Academy, where we train youths basically on digital technology, which drone technology is part of it. So we train basically in the use of drone technology, how you can use drone technology to collect data, make informed decision about your workflows and operations. So, and we have various courses which are basic drone pilot training. We have agricultural drone mapping courses. We have drone pilot license program. We have executive drone training for CISUS executive. Also, agricultural drone pilot course. So this is tailored to spraying, operation for pest management. And we also have phyto mapping masterclass. Like I mentioned earlier during the course of our conversation, that we have a phyto mapping masterclass. So this is for agronomists or plant psychologists who are actually interested in collecting data, getting information about their field, your farmland, to be able to enhance their agricultural production. And lastly, we have corporate drone training course for organization. So certain maybe Ministry of Agriculture or agricultural organization, agricultural extension services, agencies could also maybe come to Precision Field Academy if they are interested to actually know more about drones and what's the potential, what's the benefit in drone technology for them, or how can they incorporate drones into their start cycle to fast track their productivity as a whole. So lastly, we've come to the end of this presentation. So now it's time for question and answer session. So do well to drop a question if you have any question here. We can entertain question and answer now. All right, so this is question and answer section. Do well to drop your question so I can quickly attend to them before we call it a day. Hello everyone. Drop in your question, any question you have around the presentation so far. So, okay. Question: is it possible to have a remote certification class for people not able to attend physically? All right. Thank you for asking. Yes, it's possible for people to have remote certification. And I think during the first week and the second week of this program on the group, we recommended some independent learning programs whereby people were required to attend this certification programs, the UK Civil Aviation Authority, FAA Civil Aviation Authority, and Harvard. So these are part of remote certification you can engage yourself in. This is really going to help you expand and intensify your knowledge about drone technology. So yes, if you've done this, I think this is actually an opportunity for you participating in this program. So it's an opportunity for you participating in this program. And if you've not done it, you can reach out if you're actually on the group, or you can do well to drop a message either on YouTube or LinkedIn. So I can always check that out as well to reach out to you, give you links to attend to it. So another question: what software is best used to analyze drone data? Okay. Yeah, so there are various kinds of softwares because there are various kinds of software developers. And the example of softwares we have are Pix4D, we have Agrimetashape, we have Solvihag, Agremo. Yes, there are various kinds of softwares. Even DJI Terra is also a drone processing software. So there are various softwares you can actually use, but what you want to do, you have to consider that the software you want to use to process this data, does this support what you want to do? For instance, majorly most of the softwares for agriculture support you to be able to collect, process data like the auto mosaic data. That's the 2D data. You want to have a plan form or a 2D elevation of the farmland. So most of them do 2D auto mosaic data elevation, and there are also softwares that could help you, process a multispectral data in terms of NDVI for your plant health, uh, crop stress monitoring, and all of this information. Yeah. So there are various softwares you can actually use. We have so many. Transaction line. Okay. So let me quickly. Okay, thanks so much. My question is, I've been seeing the rotor drones around, but not the fixed wing, which is costlier, seeing the longer range of flight and hours of operation. Oh, okay. Yes, the reality is that fixed wing, like I said, all these drones have what they can do. They have their pros and cons, and they have their advantages and limitations. A fixed wing drone gives you the access to cover large expanse of land. For instance, maybe a particular state government is cultivating a certain crop, maybe maize or cassava, or it could also be sugarcane. I mean, large scale farming now. You can't just use a smaller drone to be, flying across this farm. Farms that could require maybe something like a 5,000, 10,000 hectares. It's really the instrumental. It really makes sense, yes, for you to use a fixed wing drones to actually collect this data, do your crop inspection, because you can cover large distance and expanse of land. And fixed wing is very costly compared to the multi-rotor drones. Yes, the multi-rotor drones are still less costly compared to fixed wing. Yes. So the only advantage for multi-rotor drones is that they can give you the capability to take off in a less spacious environment vertically and also land vertically. All right, so if we don't have any other question, again, that means we've come to the end of this section. Thank you everyone for joining. It's a pleasure to have you all here. So we'll be having a class tomorrow. So, but the information